Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have this tutorial on how I made this 3D paper kind of cake roll squishy. So to start off drawing the cake roll, I took a light pink coloured felt tip pen and I just drew out a swirl like effect onto a white piece of plain A4 paper. I just drew this out and coloured it in, making it about 1 centimetre thickness all the way around the swirl. Next, going in with an even darker pink colour, I just drew around this shape and just did about 1 centimetre around all of that light pink swirl and coloured it all in. If you want to make a different colour cake, you obviously can, but just do it in whatever colours that you want. Once this shape was all fully coloured in, I then went ahead and just cut it out with some scissors, and then I placed it face down onto the same A4 sheet again and just drew around it so that I had the rough outline for the same size shape. What I then did was just did the same pattern again but backwards so that it looked the same, but like it was like the end of the roll, so the shape and the swirl was going the same way and in the exact same colours. I just cut out this second piece in the exact same way, and then what I did was place the two together and just made sure they were the exact same shape by cutting all around them. Next I went ahead and made a strip of paper and just coloured this in, and this was about 1 inch thick. What I did was I started taping this kind of to one of the sides at a 90-degree angle to make that divide where like it would allow the shape to be 3D. It's really hard to explain, but I basically just wanted to make the side strip so that I was able to put both ends on it and create a 3D shape. I just made loads of little bits of tape and just did one little bit as moving it around as I went around, taping it down as I went. When I got to the end, I just taped it all the way up and then tucked the long bit of paper in and behind and taped that down. I made a little fold to keep that little indentation at the bottom of the swirl. What I then did was just taped the top bit up in the exact same way, and once I got halfway round I just filled my squishy up with some toy stuffing. Now you can fill your shape with whatever you want. As you can see here, I then just started taping up and I taped it all the way around. What I then did was cover the whole entirety of the shape in tape, using both sides first to give a nice even layer of tape, and then I went ahead and taped all the way around the edge with lots of little strips of tape. Once fully taped up, I then took my white posca pen and I just did little dots all over it to act as sugar. I put a few and far between on each side, and then I really focused in all the way round on the edge to get a nice kind of really like dense sugar coating. Next I wanted to add a little bit more decoration, so I decided to make a 3D strawberry. I just drew out a red strawberry shape on a piece of paper with a marker again and covered this in tape. Taking my white posca pen, I drew some seeds on it and then I cut the shape out. To make the kind of leafy greens, I just did the exact same but without the posca pen and just cut this out also, and I actually ripped one of the little leaves off by accident, which, you know, didn't really matter too much, but I just taped this on first. To make the strawberry 3D, like I said, I just cut it out and I folded it in half. I then put a slit in the top and folded down the two edges and taped them down and cut it to size. What I then did was stuffed it with a tiny bit more of toy stuffing on the back and then just taped it down in place on top of the leafy green bit that I already put there. As always, I popped on a little kawaii face, and as I always say, this is completely optional. I just feel like my squishies are missing something when they don't have a little face on, so I popped one on. I then covered this with tape to make sure that it was fully protected once it gets squished and it doesn't rub off or anything like that. Once that was done, my squishy was then complete. Now I'm really super happy with all the detailing. I think the Posca pen did such a great job, and the strawberry on top I just feel like tops it off perfectly. I'm so happy with how this turned out. The slow risiness of it is pretty nice, but like with all paper squishies, it doesn't bounce back to 100%, but it does come back a pretty far way to make me super happy with it. All you have to do is kind of stretch out the paper to make sure it doesn't stay crinkled, and literally that's all you have to do. And I just feel like this is just such a good technique for if you can't like get memory foam or anything like that. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this video turns out. If you like it, then please do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!